Why does Jeffy, as a 19-year-old adult, still wear a diaper?
Well, why am I wearing this diaper?
What if I told you the answer may be more complex than you think, and it actually represents something that may change the way you see Jeffy forever?
Change me. I will now pat and smear. Mommy, is this what a pat smear is?
Jeffy, cut it out! Jeffy!
A lot of people think that Jeffy wears a diaper because he's not very smart. And yeah, Jeffy does some really dumb things sometimes. Like he's always trying to stick his pencil up his nose.
Why'd you put that pencil on your nose? I told you not to do it.
I can't hear you!
And he says why all the time, even when it makes no sense. And it's honestly really funny and kind of annoying.
It's not good boy. You're good.
Why?
It's not good.
Why?
It's my
Why?
It's my
Why? Why?
So I get why people might think he's not the brightest crayon in his pencil box, but is that really the only reason? Some people get really upset when Jeffy acts dumb, saying it's not nice to make fun of people who have trouble learning. Others just think it's hilarious and part of what makes Jeffy so lovable. It's like a big debate with everyone having their own opinion. So is Jeffy's diaper just a way to visually show us that he's not smart? Maybe, but I think there's more to it than that. And because of that, we need to talk about the times when Jeffy actually seems pretty smart.
Jeffy? Jeffy? Is he dead?
Remember the episodes where Jeffy turns into a genius after a random crazy accident?
I don't know what would happen. You should try it.
I should?
You try it.
Alright, I'm going.
You can make it. Jeffy? Jeffy, are you okay? Jeffy? Jeffy? Jeffy?
All of a sudden, he was solving hard math problems and using big words that even I didn't understand.
The food or the number?
Yeah, the number.
Well, the number is easy. That's 3.14159265359.
Wow, that's completely right. Yeah.
Where would you learn that, Jeffy?
Wow. Hold on.
And I have an IQ of 4, which I think is pretty high. It was like he turned into a totally different person. Is this maybe a hidden Jeffy that's somewhere deep down in his psyche? But then, just as quickly as he became smart, he went back to being the same old Jeffy.
What is 8 minus 4? Are you kidding me? That answer is so easy. The answer is simple. It's simply, hold on, I gotta sneeze.
What's 8 minus 4?
8.
Well, no. How'd you get that?
Because you have 8 up there, and you take away a 4, so it's not there anymore, and you 8's left. So it's 8. The answer is 8. The answer is clearly 8. You take away the 4, so the 4's not there anymore, and then what you have left, you have 8.
It's like his brain was on a roller coaster going up and down, up and down, up and down. This makes me think that maybe Jeffy's diaper isn't just because he's dumb all the time. Some fans have started to wonder if maybe Jeffy has something called a learning disability or a developmental disorder. That's when someone's brain works a little differently and they might have a harder time learning certain things.
Jeffy,
What?
you want to learn your ABCs?
I love animals. My favorite animal is a carrot.
Give me the goddamn gun.
Mario, stop it! Stop it, Mario!
What is 2 plus 2, Jeffy?
74.
What's 8 minus 4?
8.
Well, no. How'd you get that?
Because you have 8 up there, and you take away a 4, so it's not there anymore, and you 8's left.
But here's the thing. People who make SML have never actually said if Jeffy has anything like that. It's just a guess that some fans have made. So now that we've established that it's not because Jeffy is dumb, we need to talk about something really emotional and sad. Yes, you're wondering, how does Jeffy get sad? You're about to find out. So, you know how Jeffy always has his diaper, his pencil, and his helmet? What if those things are more than just silly clothes and toys? Some really smart SML theorists have started to think that maybe these things are special to Jeffy because they remind him of his sister Phoebe. Phoebe was Jeffy's twin sister, but something really bad happened to her. Their mom, who was not a good person, did something really mean to Phoebe, and Phoebe died.
Phoebe, are you okay? Phoebe? Wake up, Phoebe! Talk to me! Mommy!
This theory says that Jeffy holds onto his diaper, pencil, and helmet because they make him feel better when he thinks about Phoebe. It's like they're a special connection that helps him feel safe, happy, even though he's sad about what happened to his sister. Let's think about what each of these things might mean to Jeffy. The diaper could be his way of staying a little kid, because being a kid is easier than being a grown-up. When you're a kid, you don't have to think about adult problems, like losing someone you love.
It's time to change your diaper.
Why?
Because you pooped in it.
No, I didn't. I pooped in my pants. My diaper's still clean.
Oh yeah, your diaper's on the outside of the pants. Just time to change your pants.
Yep.
The pencil is always stuck up Jeffy's nose, right? Well, what if he's doing that because he misses Phoebe so much that he wants to feel close to her? It's like he's trying to have her next to him somehow, even though she's not here anymore.
Wee! This is fun! Wee!
You're not even moving.
Give me a push, Jeffy!
Are you sure?
Yeah!
Okay.
Wee!
And then there's the helmet. Helmets are meant to protect your head, like if you're riding a bike and you fall off. But for Jeffy, the helmet might be protecting his heart too. It's like a shield that helps keep him safe from all the sad and scary things that are going on in his life when he thinks about his past. And let's not forget the very tragic incident on how Phoebe died. She was not wearing a bike helmet.
Are you ready to ride the bike?
Well, you don't have your helmet on.
Mom took it!
That's gonna scar someone like Jeffy. So everything he associated with safety, like the pencil, the diaper, the helmet, his shirt, he will associate that with Phoebe. So when we put all these clues together, it starts to paint a different picture of Jeffy's diaper. Maybe it's not just because he's dumb or because he needs it.
Why am I wearing this helmet?
So you don't hurt yourself because you run into stuff and you always act stupid? You're not.
So I'm taking the helmet off.
Okay.
Huh.
Maybe it's a way for Jeffy to express his feelings and cope with the hard stuff he's been through.
Phoebe, are you okay?
At the end of the day, Jeffy is a really complicated character. He makes us laugh.
You want to learn your ABCs?
I love animals. My favorite animal is a carrot.
He makes us frustrated.
I hate green beans. I hate green beans.
He makes us wonder what's going on inside his head.
Jeffy? Jeffy?
His diaper is just one part of what makes Jeffy, well, Jeffy. But that's just my idea. I want to hear what you guys think. Why do you believe Jeffy wears a diaper? Is it because he's not smart?
Jeffy, that's a dog. You're not scared of a dog.
Because he needs it?
What?
Why am I wearing this helmet?
So you don't hurt yourself because you run into stuff and you always act stupid?
Or because of something else entirely? Let me know in the comments down below. Jeffy, the boy who defied all odds and became a YouTube sensation. From his tragic beginnings to his explosive confrontations, this is a tale of survival, love, and the unbreakable human spirit. On the surface, you probably see Jeffy as just a funny, stupid character. But you couldn't be more wrong, because as we uncover the entire history of Jeffy, you will come to see Jeffy in a way that you never could have thought of before. On August 21st, 2004, Jeffy entered the world. Born to a dysfunctional family, his father, named Jacques-Pierre Francois, was a renowned French artist with a troubled past, while his mother, Nancy, was an adult worker battling her own demons. Along with his twin sister, Phoebe, Jeffy was thrust into a life of neglect and abuse from the very beginning. Jacques-Pierre Francois grew to hate his family. Thus, he abandoned Nancy to raise the children alone, a task she was ill-equipped to handle. Struggling with addiction and her own personal issues, Nancy subjected Jeffy and Phoebe to a childhood filled with violence, instability, and a severe lack of love and nurturing. The twins were left to fend for themselves, with no one to guide them or provide the care and support they so desperately needed. Little did anyone realize that these early experiences would shape Jeffy's life in a profound and unexpected way, setting the stage for a story of resilience, determination, and the power of the human spirit to overcome even the most daunting of obstacles. In 2015, a devastating event would forever alter the course of Jeffy's life. His sister Phoebe, riding her bike without the protection of a helmet, was tragically struck by a car and killed instantly. The helmet, which Nancy had carelessly used as an ashtray, could have saved Phoebe's life, a fact that would weigh heavily on Jeffy's conscience for years to come. As a witness to this horrific accident, Jeffy was left traumatized and emotionally scarred. The loss of his sister, his twin and closest companion, left an undeniable mark on his psyche. From that moment on, Jeffy developed an intense fear of removing his own helmet, a phobia that would become a defining aspect of his character. Haunted by nightmares and visions of Phoebe, Jeffy's world began to crumble around him, leaving him lost and desperate for a way out of the darkness that threatened to consume him. In early 2016, Nancy, overwhelmed by the responsibilities of motherhood and driven by her own selfish desires, made a life-altering decision. She drove Jeffy to an unfamiliar apartment complex, berated him cruelly, and abandoned him with nothing more than a hastily written note instructing strangers to take on the role of his caregiver. Scared, disoriented, and utterly alone, Jeffy found himself wandering the streets, searching desperately for someone to take him in, for a place to call home. As fate would have it, Jeffy's path led him to the doorstep of a man named Marvin. This serendipitous meeting would mark a turning point in Jeffy's life, the beginning of a new chapter filled with the promise of love, stability, and a chance at a better future. Marvin, though initially hesitant to take on the responsibility of caring for the troubled child, soon found himself legally bound to ensure Jeffy's well-being. Together with his girlfriend Rose, Marvin provided Jeffy with a stable home environment, educational opportunities, and a sense of belonging that he had always yearned for. For the first time in his young life, Jeffy experienced the true joys of friendship, forging deep connections with other characters like Junior, Joseph, and Cody. Marvin and Rose became the parental figures Jeffy had always dreamed of, offering him guidance, support, and questionably unconditional love. Under their care, Jeffy began to blossom, his unique personality and quirks shining through as he navigated this new world of acceptance and understanding. However, even as Jeffy started to thrive in this nurturing environment, the ghosts of his past continued to linger, threatening to shatter the delicate balance he had found. Just as Jeffy began to find his footing in his new life, a shocking revelation threatened to unravel everything he had built. News of Jacques-Pierre Francois' untimely death and the substantial fortune he had left behind reached Nancy, who saw an opportunity to reclaim her son and secure the inheritance for herself. Driven by greed and a warped sense of entitlement, Nancy manipulated the legal system, exploiting Jeffy's tragic history to gain custody of him once more. Jeffy, ripped away from the loving embrace of Marvin and Rose, found himself trapped in the clutches of his abusive mother. His dreams of a better life shattered in an instant. The progress he had made, the bonds he had forged, all seemed to crumble as he faced the prospect of a future defined by pain and suffering. Unwilling to accept a life of abuse and neglect, Jeffy made a daring attempt to escape his mother's grasp and return to the family he had grown to love. In a heart-wrenching display of desperation, he pleaded with Marvin to take him back, pouring out the details of Nancy's cruelty and the toll it had taken on his fragile psyche. Marvin, recognizing the depth of Jeffy's anguish and the unbreakable bond they had formed, resolved to take action. With the help of authorities, Marvin and Rose worked tirelessly to expose Nancy's true nature, fighting to secure Jeffy's safety and offer him a permanent home. Through their unwavering dedication and the strength of their love, they succeeded in bringing Nancy to justice, ensuring that Jeffy would never again have to face the horrors of his past. With Nancy behind bars and Jeffy's inheritance secured, Marvin and Rose made the life-changing decision to officially adopt Jeffy, solidifying their bond as a true family unit. Together, they created an unconventional but fiercely loving home, providing Jeffy with the stability, support, and understanding he had always craved. As Jeffy navigated the ups and downs of his teenage years, from the hilarious antics of creating clones to the chaos of everyday life, he did so with the unwavering knowledge that he had a place to belong, a family who would stand by him through thick and thin. The love and acceptance he found with Marvin and Rose allowed Jeffy to heal, to grow, and to embrace his unique identity, becoming the unforgettable character we know and cherish today. But on the cusp of Jeffy's 18th birthday, a series of shocking events threatened to unravel the very fabric of his existence. Nancy, having escaped from prison, was determined to claim Jeffy's fortune by any means necessary, fueled by a toxic combination of greed and an insatiable thirst for revenge. In a heart-pounding climax, Jeffy found himself embroiled in high-stakes confrontation, fighting not only for his own survival, but for the safety of those he held most dear. Surrounded by the love and support of his friends, family, and the quick-thinking actions of the authorities, Jeffy emerged triumphant, finally breaking free from the cycle of abuse and trauma that had haunted his early years. This ultimate showdown served as a powerful testament to Jeffy's resilience, his unwavering spirit, and the unbreakable bonds he had forged with his loved ones. Today, Jeffy stands tall as a beacon of hope, perseverance, and the transformative power of love to conquer even the darkest of circumstances. His story, though marred by pain and adversity, is ultimately one of triumph and the indomitable nature of the human spirit. Jeffy's remarkable journey from a forgotten, abused child to a beloved YouTube sensation serves as a poignant reminder that no matter how bleak life may seem, there's always potential for greatness within us all. As Jeffy continues to bring laughter and joy to audiences around the globe, his legacy endures as inspiration, a guiding light illuminating the path through life's challenges and reminding us of the incredible feats we can achieve when we hold fast to hope and refuse to surrender. Jeffy's story is a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of love and family. Through the trials and tribulations, the moments of heartbreak and triumph, Jeffy has transcended his role as a mere child, becoming a symbol of hope, a beacon of light in a world that can often seem shrouded in darkness. Jeffy broke the cycle of abuse. His journey, fraught with challenges and adversity, serves as a reminder that even in our darkest hours, there is always potential for a brighter tomorrow, a future filled with love, laughter, and the boundless possibilities of the human experience. As we look to the horizon, we can only imagine the adventures that await this beloved character, the lives he will touch, and the hearts he will inspire. One thing is certain, Jeffy's legacy will endure, a shining testament to the strength of the human spirit, and the undeniable mark one small child can leave on the world.
Jeffy's dead.
What if I told you that Jeffy actually died on his 18th birthday? Don't believe me? Well, I've found compelling evidence that could prove all of this. I already hear you say, but how are we getting new videos in 2024 if Jeffy is dead? Because all events from Jeffy's 18th birthday and on are all dreams in Marvin's head. Before we begin, I spend tons of time making my theory videos, and it would mean the world to me if you liked the video, subscribed, and commented your own theories down below, as I often make fan theories into videos. If you don't, that's okay, but I hope you enjoy the video. It all centers around one key event, the tragic van explosion from Jeffy's 18th birthday video. This is the pivotal moment where the SML series took a dark turn into Marvin's dream world. From this point on, nothing is quite what it seems. The first glaring clue, Nancy's inexplainable return in Jeffy's 19th birthday video. Despite being confirmed dead in the 18th birthday fateful explosion, you won't believe this shocking inconsistency that suggests Nancy's comeback is nothing more than a grief-stricken fantasy. There's more to this mystery than meets the eye. Let's rewind to Jeffy's 18th birthday. We all remember the horrific van explosion that seemingly killed off Nancy once and for all. It was a gut-wrenching moment that forever changed SML as Jeffy finally won. He defeated the evil. But then, a year later, in Jeffy's very next birthday video, Nancy suddenly reappears without any logical explanation whatsoever. I mean, she jumped out of the van. We saw the van blow up. It went boom. Me and plenty of other SML fans were left scratching our heads at this baffling plot hole. It was as if Logan forgot that Nancy was dead and they just needed to throw in a bad guy for the 19th video. Die, couples! Why would they undermine such a significant event with a weird continuity error? Unless it's not an error at all. What if Nancy's return is only possible inside Marvin's dream? A place where nobody truly ever dies. A realm where the lines between reality and fantasy blur beyond recognition.
Guys, the cops are behind us! Oh shit, the cops! Hold on! What's going on? I think the cops are following me. Well, you better lose them. Alright, I'll try. Hold on, kids, it's gonna be a bumpy ride!
Oh, but it gets even stranger. The SML videos and universe take a bizarre and weird turn after the van explosion, with stories and characters that feel more like fever dreams sometimes than reality. And the hidden meaning behind all of this will give you chills. Since the 18th birthday video, SML videos have been littered with plots so illogical and absurd, they border on downright nightmare fuel. There's repetitive stories that feel as if you're just in a repeating nightmare. Crazy, scary videos like everything that was posted in Halloween of 2023, and a total departure from all the SML rules we thought we knew. Think about it. Everything before the 18th birthday was more of a realistic plotline. Yes, it was crazy. Yes, it was absurd. But when you look at 2 tickets, that's something that could actually happen. When you look at 5 Nights at Freddy's, that's something that would happen in a nightmare. Like we stepped into a world where cause and effect no longer apply. It's almost as if we've entered an imaginative reality where anything is possible now. Any character from any series can all come together.
Get the hell out of here and never come back to this place ever again. Does that sound like a plan? Yeah. Wait, what the hell was that? Oh shit, hey Bonnie.
And Chica's right there.
Think about it. Who did we get in the last year? Ronald McDonald and Wendy. Why are fast food characters now large characters in the SML universe? You ever thought about that? Well, what if they're all what Marvin knew? What if his mind was so fractured and hurt from Jeffy's death that everything he knew, every image that he saw during his life, has turned into a character of itself? Marvin loves going to McDonald's. Maybe that's why Ronald McDonald is now a living, breathing human in the SML universe.
McDonald's time?
Yes, please, I'll drive.
Don't even get me started on other characters. Everyone's personality and behavior has shifted in a way that makes zero sense after this accident. Unless you look at this through the lens of Marvin's dreams, you're not going to see the truth. And the truth is, all of the characters have warped into weird versions of themselves. Rose has turned into a soulless, loveless human being who lives to just only cause Marvin pain. Marvin's life is literally only pain. It's like a nightmare every single day of him being tortured by Jeffy. Each episode involving Marvin and Jeffy, unable to cope with the loss of his child, so he demonizes his child in his mind into taking on all of those negative emotions. But here's the real kicker. When you start spotting all the symbolic elements, hidden clues sprinkled throughout, you'll realize this dream theory has been staring us in the face all along. All of it pieces together into a mind-bending puzzle that points to Jeffy's death and Marvin's shattered psyche. Again, back to the characters. Who are the characters that have shown up in the last 2 years from the 18th birthday video? God started appearing in videos. Why are we seeing God in the video? How is God a physical being on Earth? Unless it's all a dream in Marvin's head.
Hey!
Oh, God!
Oh no!
God damn.
That's right! Me damn! You weren't supposed to record me!
Look, I was broke, God. I needed some cash. Break bread with a nigga.
Well, what are you gonna do with all that cash when the world is flooded?
Now I know what you're thinking. Couldn't all these inconsistencies just be written off as lazy continuity? Why am I jumping to such a morbid conclusion? You know what? It's a fair point, and it's one that deserves consideration. So I'll address that now. SML has never been known for its airtight plotting or unwavering commitment to realism. Often people have died and come back to life. Feels like a window into a father's fractured mind. We know that most episodes don't exist in a streamlined timeline. The series thrives on absurdist humor and larger-than-life characters, much like South Park or Family Guy, where similarly, people die all the time and come back to life. But here's the thing. The sheer volume of all of these inconsistencies that point towards the dream theory seem more than just like oopsie oversights. It seems like there's a larger story at play here. And I think they all point towards something far more sinister, far more disturbing. What if these all point to the last SML video where Marvin finally wakes up? So we're left with that. Evidence that suggests that Jeffy is dead.
Jeffy's dead.
Junior, Chaz, Jeffy Jr. SML's lost children. All vanished without a trace. But what if I told you I have theories on where they actually are, and that the true answer may shape the future years of SML as we know it? Let's set the stage by recapping the strange instance of the disappearing SML kids. It all started with Junior.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
Mamma mia!
Huh? Oh my God, he's gorgeous!
It's okay, Chaz. It's just your half brother.
Oh my God!
What are you gonna name him, Junior?
I'm gonna name him Junior.
But Junior, that's a stupid name.
No, my name's Junior, so I'm Junior Senior. He's Junior.
Well, that doesn't make any sense, Junior.
Bowser Jr.'s firstborn son, created through a pregnancy machine. Despite initially playing an important role in the SML universe, Junior came to life as a plot point in an episode and then was quickly gotten rid of. This pattern repeated itself with the births and vanishings of Chaz, Jeffy Jr. 1 and Jeffy Jr. 2. The question on everyone's mind is, what is happening to these children? Were they merely forgotten by Logan, or is there a more sinister explanation lurking beneath the surface?
It's gonna look cool as Oh my God. He's gorgeous!
What the dude? Oh, I'm out of here! Joseph, it's the miracle of childbirth!
That's okay.
What are you gonna name the little fella?
I'm gonna name him Chaz. Can you say that, little guy? Chaz?
His first words.
Oh my god, Chaz is so cool. Oh, Cody, I want a baby.
Well, you know how the machine works, Junior.
Hey, Daddy. Me push hole 1, push hole 2, and Jeffy just...
What the fuck is that thing?
Oh my gosh, Mario, we're grandparents!
No, this does not make sense. It doesn't make sense at all.
Mario, you should be happy we have grandkids.
Oh no, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm gonna Cheerio box me. Jeffy, just breathe. Just push. That is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen.
No, it isn't, Mario. It's cute.
Dada!
His first word!
I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to be a part of this at all.
Jeffy, what are you gonna name him?
I think I'm gonna name him Jeffy Jr.
One prevalent theory suggests that the missing SML children were taken in by none other than Jackie Chu.
Nature, he gonna grow up and fight Godzilla. He even look like Godzilla. But he gonna have good life. He gonna be super smart. So come on.
The strict and often crazy teacher who has a history of causing pain in the lives of Jeffy, Junior, Cody, and Joseph. Followers of this theory believe that Jackie Chu, fed up with the chaotic and neglectful parenting of Junior and his friends,
Get out! You destroyed my golden Thomas! Alright, Jeffy, there's someone at the door here to get Jeffy Jr.
But we're picking boogers and putting them on the couch.
So you actually want to keep him?
Yeah.
He broke my golden Thomas and your cat piano.
Oh, you right.
Yeah. Alright, kids, it's time to learn your vowels. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y.
Junior, that's a Q.
No, that's a Y.
No, in the vowels, there's a Q.
That's an O.
Not in the word vowels.
Alright, let's learn our vowels again. A, E, I, Q, U, Y.
A-E-I-Q-U-Y.
Junior, you confused them.
Well, if Chef Phoebe was here to help take care of his kids, they wouldn't be confused. Let's go have a talk with Chef Phoebe and say he needs to be around more.
Yeah.
Junior, eat your plastic pizza. Eat your plastic pizza.
Eat the plastic banana, Chaz. You need the potassium.
decided to intervene and take the children under his wing away from the SML cast. According to this theory, Junior, Chaz, and Jeffy Jr. 2 were all secretly adopted by Jackie Chu and are forced to work at his restaurant and learn from him. The theory paints a picture of these once forgotten children thriving in all angles under Jackie Chu's guidance, transforming the children from growing up in a broken home to now becoming functional members of society. While the idea of Jackie Chu as a savior may seem far-fetched, it's important to note that he has displayed a strong sense of a moral compass in the past, often taking extreme measures to impose his views on others. Could this extend to rescuing neglected children from their chaotic home lives? Who knows? What do you think about this theory? A darker theory that has gained traction among the SML fan community is the idea that the missing children, particularly Jeffy Jr. 1, fell into the clutches of the notorious Lone Dolphin. This dark, shady figure, who is known for his criminal dealings and manipulation, has long been the source of crime and fear in most of the SML videos.
Hey, how's it going, mate? I mean,
Is that a cop in your car?
who, him? Oh no, that's my Uber driver.
Your Uber driver's a cop?
No, we just got back from a Halloween party.
Oh, you want to buy this black tar tuna?
Sure.
All right, that'll be $500.
I don't have any money.
What, how am I supposed to sell you the tuna if you don't have money? Sorry, man, I can't give it to you unless you give me $500.
Oh, come on, mate. I can't arrest you until you sell me some.
Arrest me? I knew you were a cop.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not a cop. Help me.
According to this theory, Jeffy Jr. 1, who was rejected by Mario and Jeffy upon his creation, didn't actually die, but was instead taken in by the Lone Dolphin. Fans speculate that the Dolphin saw an opportunity to mold the abandoned child into a loyal minion, training him in the ways of the criminal underworld. The truths of this theory are chilling, suggesting that Jeffy Jr. 1 may have been forced into a life of crime and exploitation at the hands or flippers of the Lone Dolphin. Some even go so far as to propose that he might have been taught to take over the Dolphin's empire one day, becoming a puppet criminal mastermind in his own right. But perhaps the most tragic and unsettling theory is the simplest one, that these children were simply forgotten, left to fade into obscurity as the chaotic lives of their parents moved on without them. This theory suggests that there is no grand conspiracy or hidden fate, only the bleak reality of neglect and abandonment. Details of this theory point to the often self-centered behavior of characters like Bowser Jr. and Jeffy, who seem ill-equipped to handle the responsibilities of parenthood. The theory argues that once the novelty of having a child wore off, these characters likely lost interest and actively sought out ways to get rid of them, like we saw in the episodes where the children first showed up. The realization of this theory is heartbreaking, painting a picture of lonely, forgotten children left to fend for themselves in the unforgiving world of SML.
Phoebe, do you want to say goodbye?
Them kids.
Oh, Junior!
All right, time's up. I'll take the kids now.
No!
Come on, give them to me.
I love you, Junior! Call me on Christmas!
One commenter on my channel even thought that maybe they got sold to sweatshops. Who knows what type of world they would be living in now if they were forgotten from everyone that once cared about them. It's a reminder of the potential consequences of characters' reckless and immature actions, and maybe one day the children may come back for vengeance against their parents, like Jeffy did to his own mother. Of course, no discussion of the missing SML children would be complete without addressing the giant elephant in the room: the demonetization controversy and the lawsuit that has plagued Logan for the past couple of years. Many fans have speculated that the disappearance of these characters may be linked to Logan's efforts to make his content more advertiser-friendly and also to remove any association with Nintendo, and some of the kids visually look like Bowser Jr., which would violate the cease and desist order that Logan got from Nintendo, meaning he would have to delete his channel again. We all remember the tragic story of Phoebe, Jeffy's twin sister, who made a brief but unforgettable appearance in the series. Her life was cut short when she was hit by a car while learning to ride a bike with Jeffy. It's a heartbreaking tale that left us all with more questions than answers, but what if there's more to this story than meets the eye? What if the person responsible for Phoebe's fate was someone far closer to home than we could have ever imagined? In this theory video, I'm going to take you on a journey through the evidence, the speculation, and the shocking revelation that could change everything we thought we knew about Phoebe's untimely death. Phoebe and Jeffy, born on a stormy night in August 2004, the twin children of the famous artist Jacques-Pierre Francois and his abusive partner, Nancy. From the moment they entered this world, their lives were shrouded in mystery and marred by the toxic relationship between their parents. Jacques, a man whose brilliance was matched only by his inner demons, struggled to cope with Nancy's abusive behavior. In the end, he made the heart-wrenching decision to leave his family behind. But here's where things get interesting. Jacques made sure to include the twins in his will. At the time, it seemed like an act of love, a final gesture to secure their fate. But what if there was more to it than that? Keep that thought in mind. We'll come back to it later. Growing up under Nancy's care couldn't have been easy for Phoebe and Jeffy. The constant presence of helmets on their heads had always been a topic of speculation among fans. Some say it was just an eccentric, weird fashion choice, but others wonder if it was a grim necessity, a form of protection against the abuse they endured behind closed doors. It's a detail that's always nagged at me, and as we dive deeper into this theory, it might just hold the key to unlocking the truth. Now let's talk about that fateful day when everything changed. Phoebe and Jeffy, in their youthful innocence, decided it was time to learn how to ride bikes. They approached their mother Nancy, hoping for a loving parent's guidance, but what they got instead was a cold dismissal. Nancy was lost in her own world of selfishness and neglect, and she couldn't be bothered to teach her own children anything. Instead, she demanded to use Phoebe's helmet as an ashtray, deciding that her smoke was more important than the safety of her daughter. Let that sink in for a moment. The one thing that could have protected Phoebe, stripped away by the very person who should have been keeping her safe. Jeffy, bless his heart, hesitated at the idea of riding without Phoebe's helmet. But Phoebe, with that mischievous spirit we all came to love, convinced him to give her a push. And so, with a gentle shove, Jeffy watched as his sister pedaled down the street, her laughter echoing in the air. It's a bittersweet moment, knowing what's to come. As Phoebe rode towards that busy intersection, Jeffy's screams for her to stop went unheard. And then, the unthinkable happened. A car, seemingly out of nowhere, collided with Phoebe, and in that instant, everything changed. In the wake of the accident, Jeffy was a broken shell of his former self. Consumed by guilt and haunted by the image of his sister's lifeless body, he clung to the belief that a helmet could have saved her. It's a belief that would shape his entire existence from that moment on. As time passed, Jeffy's dreams became a twisted landscape. He experienced visions of Phoebe reaching out to him from beyond the grave. The nightmares grew so intense that Mario, desperate to help his adopted son, sought the guidance of a medical professional. And that's when Brooklyn Guy dropped the bombshell. Phoebe was real. She wasn't just a figment of Jeffy's traumatized imagination. Jeffy's heartbreaking confession, his belief that Phoebe had wanted to become a tree, forever rooted in the earth, is a moment that stuck with me.
So Jeffy, where's your sister sleeping at now?
Well, Dad, I think she wants to be a tree.
What, a tree? What are you talking about?
Because she's sleeping in the ground.
The innocence of that childlike sentiment, the raw emotion it evoked in Mario, it's a testament to the depth of their bond and the profound impact Phoebe's loss had on their lives. But who could have done this? Who wanted Phoebe dead? Well, I have one suspect we can't overlook in this twisted tale. Screwball, the infamous clown with a dark past. Now hear me out. We all know that Screwball has a history of questionable behavior and a disturbing fascination with meth. But what if there's more to his story than meets the eye? What if his connection to Nancy runs deeper than we ever imagined? Think about it. Nancy, the abusive and neglectful mother of Phoebe and Jeffy, seems to have a strange alliance with Screwball. In Jeffy's 18th birthday, we saw them collaborate to kidnap Jeffy, a plot that nearly succeeded if it wasn't for Jeffy's quick thinking and a well-aimed gunshot. But what if their partnership wasn't limited to that one incident? Screwball's history of kidnapping and his twisted desires make him a prime suspect in Phoebe's tragic fate. Could it be that Nancy, in her hatred for her own children, hired Screwball's help to get rid of Phoebe once and for all? It's a chilling thought, but one that can't be ignored. Picture this. Nancy, fed up with the responsibility of caring for her twins, conspires with Screwball to stage an accident. She takes away Phoebe's helmet, leaving her vulnerable, and then sends the children out to play. Meanwhile, Screwball lies in wait, ready to strike at the opportune moment. And when Phoebe rides into that busy intersection, it's not just any car that hits her, but one driven by the deranged clown himself. It's a theory that sends shivers down my spine, but it's one that we can't discount. Screwball's past, his connection to Nancy, and his proven willingness to engage in criminal acts all point to a potential involvement in Phoebe's death. But there's one problem. Even if Screwball played a role, he may not have been acting alone. The inclusion of Phoebe in Jacques' will just days before the accident is still a glaring red flag that we can't ignore. If Screwball did it, why wait that long? It just doesn't make sense. But maybe could it be that Jacques and Screwball were working together, each with their own twisted motives? Jacques, desperate to cover his tracks and escape the consequences of his actions, and Screwball, fulfilling his sick desires and his loyalty to Nancy. I dug deeper into the circumstances surrounding Phoebe's death, and I think I know who did it. What if Jacques Pierre Francois, the twins' father, had played a role in this accident that claimed Phoebe's life? The evidence, once you start looking for it, is hard to ignore. Phoebe dies days after Jacques leaves, and then there's the timing of Jacques' sudden decision to include Phoebe in his will just days before the accident. Coincidence? I think not. I already hear the comments, but why would Jacques include Jeffy and Phoebe in his will if he was just going to get rid of her? Well, consider this. What if Jacques, realizing that his own actions were about to catch up with him, made a desperate attempt to cover his tracks? By including Phoebe in his will, he could feign ignorance, pretending that he had no idea of the tragedy that was about to unfold. It's a sickening thought, but one that becomes more and more plausible the deeper you dig. By adding her to his will, nobody would ever question him of being the one to actually get rid of her. He would be free from public eye and be able to escape Nancy and his children forever. The implications of this revelation are staggering. The betrayal, the loss, the unimaginable pain inflicted upon Jeffy and the entire SML cast. It's a wound that may never truly heal. And for Jeffy, the knowledge that his own father could be responsible for his sister's death, it's a burden no one should have to bear. Phoebe's story, tragically cut short, serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and the depths of human cruelty. Her presence in the SML series, though brief, will forever be etched in Jeffy's memories, a testament to the power of love and the unbreakable bonds of family, symbolized by the blue helmet that sits on top of Jeffy's head. And so I turn to you, my fellow SML theorist. I invite you to share your thoughts, your emotions, and your own theories in the comments below. What do you think happened to Phoebe? Like this video if you wish Phoebe would make a return, and learn the hidden truth about Jeffy's father, my theory video on screen now.